everybody. My name is Chris.
And my name is Tanisha.
And we welcome you to our program. Just a few things I'd like to cover first. You can submit questions today. There's a question section in the control panel to your right. After the program, there's going to be a brief survey that you'll receive. Please let us know how your experience was. That'll help us plan future programs. And also, if you're having bandwidth issues today, we're going to be posting this recording to our YouTube channel in the future. But without any further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. This is the Free Legal Forms program, and I'm going to hand it over to Tanisha. Hey, Tanisha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Friday, this lovely holiday weekend Friday. And today we are going to be going over one of our more robust databases that offers free legal forms. So this is a great resource if you just need to find a quick document, something already pre-written, something that can help you out with any of your business or personal needs. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my webcam so we can go ahead and learn about some legal forms. So the first thing that I want to do is a book shout out. So you can't go wrong as far as anything legal related, some legal drama. You can't go wrong with John Grisham. So the book shout out for this afternoon is his newest release, Camino Wins. I've heard really good things about it, and you know he always comes out with some wonderful legal thrillers. It is available on our Overdrive and Libby app. It's available on that ebook platform. So again, the link for it is there, hcplc.org/ebooks. So you can go, you can see what our other ebooks offerings are as well. So a little bit about this class. Of course, the first thing that I'm going to say right off the bat is for any legal advice, please consult an attorney. So what we'll be going over today is just how to access free legal forms. We can't speak to, you know, the legality of them, how they will be used, anything like that. We are basically just telling you how to use our Gale Legal Forms database. So if you have any questions about how to file them, how they work, what form to use, that is definitely something that you will need to cover with an attorney or a legal representative. And so, yep, like I mentioned before, it's just how to access free legal forms, how to download them, and other helpful features of Gale. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to our website. So how you will access the free legal forms is you're just going to go to our main webpage, which of course is hcplc.org. I'll go ahead and highlight that there. So that's the first step. Go to our website, and then you're going to head over to Learning and Research. Then we're going to scroll down the screen a little bit and go to Law and Crime. And then Florida Legal Forms. Now, what will normally happen when you try to access this database is it will ask you for your library card number and your PIN. So of course your library card number is the long number on the back of your library card, and your PIN number is the last 4 digits of the phone number that we have on file. And if you have any questions about your library card or the PIN, you can call us, email us, chat with us. The contact info will be provided at the end of this presentation, along with there will be a Q&A at the end as well. So after we go through the database, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. So we are at Gale Legal Forms. And the first thing to recognize, as I'm sure you just saw, is that the forms that are available to you are for the state of Florida only. Like there's some general ones that would probably work in other states, but this is for Florida specific legal forms. So anything that you would need from another state, unfortunately we don't have access to that, but a lot of these, as you will see, are pretty universal. So you would still be able to use them in other places, but it does only cover Florida legal forms. So there are 3 ways to access forms. So the first way is probably the most basic, the most obvious, is the search function. So here you can just type in any form that you would need, whether it be a lease agreement, an addendum to a lease, whatever you need. And to show you the breadth or how many forms that this database has to offer, I think we're going to type in my personal favorite, dunk tank. So there is actually a form that covers an agreement to rent a dunk tank. So it comes up right here so you can see. We're going to click on it. And each form, it gives you a description of the form. So there's just like a quick, this is what this form could be used for, or, something like that. And then a preview of the form itself. So you can take a quick look at the verbiage of the form to just make sure that it's exactly what you need. Another function that's really important to look at is the format that it's documented in. And under the download part right here, you can see that you can download it in Microsoft Word. Rich text is available, but I would definitely go with Word. It's just an easier one. So you would download it, it would open up in Microsoft Word, and then you can fill it in that way. We'll go over the other types of forms available here shortly. So one way, again, to access the forms is to do a quick search for it. The second way to access forms is on the left-hand side, which is the most popular. So if there's something that you just need to download right away, you have it under most popular. So one of the most popular ones that we get are landlord-tenant forms. So we're going to click on landlord-tenant. And you can see here, there are there are 593 forms available that pertain to landlord-tenant issues. So as you can see, this database is pretty robust. So any type of form that you could think of that you would need is available. So you can see here, just looking at the way that they're listed, that they're under different categories. So I'm just going to jump ahead to page 4 just so we can take another look and see. So again, you can see it has for security deposits, sublease, temporary, like whatever you could possibly think of, there is a form for it. And then another way to look up forms is under, now of course you can look up forms by alphabet, that is available, but you can also do main categories. So again, that's just an easier way for you to look up whatever form that you would need. Like, if you need something that deals with licenses, if you need something that deals with marriage, whatever you need, you can click on that. Real estate, we're going to click on real estate here, and it will break it down by category. So you have contracts, you have deeds, you have all different types. Again, all of these different types of forms out there available. So the two most popular types of forms that are available are Microsoft Word or a fillable PDF. And what a fillable PDF means is that the form can be downloaded into something like Adobe Acrobat, and you can fill it out on your computer. So you don't necessarily have to print it out and fill it out by hand, but you are able to fill it out by computer. Now we already saw a Microsoft Word one. Let's see if I can find one that is a PDF. Let's see what happens when I search PDF. Oops, not PDG, let's try PDF. So it doesn't let you search that way, but there are definitely forms available. Let me go back to my landlord tenant as a PDF. And something else that might be of use for you, let me navigate back to the main page of Gale Legal Forms, is right in this blue box. Now this is a brand new feature that they just started, is the ability to fill out the legal forms directly on the database. So I'm going to click here where it says complete legal forms online. And again, so not every form that's available on this database is available to be filled out this way, but a lot of them are. So I'm going to go to our tried and true landlord and tenant. And I'm just going to pick amendment to lease or rental agreement. And you can see here that you can fill out every single part on this, on the database. So it will fill it out for you, have all of the items pre-filled before you print it. So the other useful feature is that it will not let you go to the next page until you fill out all of the forms. So you see here, I just put in a name. When I try to go to next, as you can see, I have a little stop sign come up. It won't even let me go to the next until I fill everything out. So this is a really helpful feature if you just want to make sure that all of the pertinent fields are actually filled in. So that is extremely useful and very helpful. So along with the plethora of legal forms that this database has to offer, on the upper left-hand corner, you're going to notice that there's a box here that has all other types of helpful links, helpful tips and tricks. It has a whole bunch of stuff available there. So one useful part is the legal definitions. So if you're about to print out a form, and you are looking at the verbiage and you're like, I have no idea what this word means, there is a very quick dictionary where you can, let's do demographics, where you can look up and see some of them are longer than others. As you can see, I did demographics, and some of them are definitely longer than the others. But it's very helpful if there's a word or a term you don't quite understand and you just want to look it up real quick. Legal Forms also has access to tax forms. I'm not going to click on that because there's many places out there that offer tax forms. Now keep in mind that it's just the form, so it's not like TurboTax or anything like that where it'll allow you to fill it out and do it for you. It just has, actually I will click on it real quick. It just has access to the legal form. So it has a link to the IRS, it has a direct link to the most common forms, and then you can download tax forms by state. There's also, as you see, an attorney directory. There's also a legal Q&A. Now, this is a helpful resource. Now, again, I have to stress that if you do have any pertinent legal questions, it's always best to consult an attorney. It's always best to consult a legal representative. But if you just have a really quick question, something about a statute or something about a law, just something where you can see the verbiage of the law, this is something that comes in very handy. Now, one thing to remember about this is that the questions that are asked are from all over the country, so it is entirely possible, in fact, it's more than likely possible that a statute or a law that they're citing is from another state. So let's see, for, go to our tried and true landlord tenant. So we could see here, like you could see it says, the state of New York, it's, state of New York, and what they're basically doing is reading back a specific statute. So you see here with answer, it'll just read it back. It just basically cites it. So it's not actually offering legal help. It's just saying this is the statute for this particular problem. So let's see what else is there. So you also have articles, so law articles, and then also helpful topics. So more help on any of the forms that you may need. So this is one of our wonderful resources, Legal Forms. So I am here, let's see if there are any questions. This one's kind of a little bit of a short one. It's just basically a run through of one of our really super helpful resources. So if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the Q&A box. We're happy to answer them for you.
No questions at the moment. Let's see.
All right, so here we got questions, and also, as I mentioned before, with the contact. So here's our link for contacting us. We are available by phone. We are available by email, chat, however you want to go ahead and get in contact with us. And also, while I have you here, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. We also are available. We also have our events calendar. Let me navigate back to our main page. So if you go to our main page and online events and classes, you can access all of our upcoming events and classes. We have a bunch of really awesome things coming up. Please make sure to take a look at our calendar and sign up for any of our other ones. We do like to offer these type of lunch and learns during the middle of the day. So you want to take a quick break, learn something new from the library. This is totally what we're here for. We have these available as well.
All right. Well,
I see a question here, so let me see if I can answer it.
Oh.
All right, so I see this question here. Husband and I recently got married. We need to do a legal name change. Legal question. Unfortunately, we only have access to the forms. You may want to check with the clerk of circuit court. I know that they do like the name changes and the marriage licenses and divorce decrees and all that. So let me do a quick search for that real quick for you. But the Hillsborough County Clerk of Circuit Court is probably a good starting point for you, because that is a little bit of a legal-ish question. Definitely a question that I'm not able to answer. So I think it's hillsclerk.org. If I remember correctly, yeah, hillsclerk.org. So I'm going to bring that up here real quick so you can take a quick look at that. I'm going to highlight it for you, but go ahead and go there because they do have an FAQs, and at the very least, they may have a number or something that you can call and they'll be able to answer that question for you. Chris, do we have anything else? Doesn't look like it, but yeah, sorry, I wish I could be a little bit more helpful, but yeah, start with the clerk of circuit court because I know that they deal with name changes.
Yeah, it looks like there's no more questions here. I'd like to put out a last call, I suppose. Any more questions from our attendees?
Oh, we got a thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much. This is what we're here for. And I definitely encourage you to look at, when you go into learning and research, we have some really, really, really awesome databases here, and they're all free with your library card. I should have said this right off the top, but everything that we have available here is free with your library card. So you just need that library card number, your PIN. Again, if you have any questions about that, you can feel free to give us a call or text or email us. We'll be happy to answer that for you. And if one last one before we go, see if there's anything else.
Oh, it looks like there is one more question. They want to know if we'll be emailing the link to the Legal Forms website to the webinar. Now, there's in the chat section, we did share the URL for our legal resources. So if you go to hcplc.org/research/law, you can access the Gale Legal Forms database and other legal resources.
Yes, and the reason why we navigate you from our webpage is because you do need your library card and PIN to sign into it. So the best way for you to go is to start with our main page. Again, that main page is hcplc.org, learning and research. Go down to law and crime, and it's that first one, then the upper right-hand corner. And then you can see here all of our other legal resources. We actually do have a link to the clerk of circuit court there too. So you can see other other resources that we have as well. And there's also some other places that offer some legal forms, but there's a lot of stuff out there. But yes, to access, and not only with the legal forms, but to access any of our databases, you do have to start with our main page in order to access them, because they need to verify that you have a library card with us. I'm going to turn on my webcam here. to say, get any wrap up and see if we have any other questions.
Doesn't appear. I did send the URL to that attendee so they can get right to the that you're showing. All right. Well, I think that's it for questions.
All right. Well, thank you again so much for joining us this afternoon. I know this was a short one, but we like the lunch and learn format where you can just get a little blip, something there, something new, something that may be of use for you. And I'm going to put up our last slide again for any questions or if you want to contact us. Again, that's our phone number, 813-273-3652. And the link to contact us, all of this is also available on our website. And thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, Tanisha, for that great presentation, and a great rest of your day, everybody.